Why is it so easy to scroll through Instagram for hours, but so difficult to stick to a workout routine? Why do we instinctively reach for snacks while watching Netflix? The answer lies in how our brains are wired. Habits, both good and bad, are automatic behaviors shaped by repetition and reward. Many people believe that building good habits is all about willpower, but that's a myth. In reality, habits are the brain's way of creating shortcuts to save energy. Once a behavior is repeated enough times, it becomes second nature, whether it's biting your nails when stressed or drinking coffee every morning. Understanding how habits work is the first step to changing them. Habits follow a simple yet powerful pattern known as the habit loop, explained by Charles Duhigg. It consists of three parts: the cue, which triggers the habit, like feeling stressed and biting your nails; the routine, which is the behavior itself; and the reward, which reinforces the habit, like the sense of relief after nail biting. For example, your morning coffee habit works the same way. Your body recognizes the time of day, cue. You make coffee, routine, and you feel energized, reward. This process is controlled by the basal ganglia, a part of the brain that automates repeated actions to save mental energy. Additionally, dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, plays a key role in strengthening habits, which is why social media likes feel so satisfying. Many believe that it takes just 21 days to form a habit, but research by Lally et al. Shows that habit formation actually varies, taking anywhere from 18 to 254 days, depending on complexity and consistency. Instead of focusing on time, the key to building strong habits is repetition and structure. Bad habits stick easily because the brain is wired to seek immediate rewards over long-term benefits. Junk food, for example, provides instant pleasure, while healthy eating requires patience to see results. This preference for short-term gratification makes bad habits hard to break, and good habits difficult to maintain. Another reason is contextual triggers. Our environment reinforces habits without us even realizing it. If you always snack while watching TV, your brain associates the two, making it hard to stop. Stress also plays a major role. When we're overwhelmed, the prefrontal cortex, which controls decision-making, takes a back seat, and we default to comforting routines like biting nails or binge-watching shows. This is why breaking bad habits isn't just about willpower. It requires understanding these triggers and making conscious changes. Building good habits doesn't have to be overwhelming. The key is to start small. B.J. Fogg's Tiny Habits method suggests beginning with micro-actions, like doing just 2 push-ups after brushing your teeth. Small steps feel effortless but create momentum, making it easier to build long-term habits. Another effective strategy is habit stacking, where you attach a new habit to an existing one. For example, if you already drink coffee every morning, you can add journaling for 5 minutes right after. Since your brain already recognizes the first habit, the new one becomes easier to adopt. These small changes may seem insignificant, but over time, they compound into powerful transformations. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your habits, often without you even realizing it. To make good habits stick, you need to design your surroundings to encourage them. One effective strategy is cue visibility, placing healthy options in plain sight, like keeping fruits on the counter while hiding unhealthy snacks in hard-to-reach places. This simple change makes it easier to choose better options. Another key tactic is reducing friction for positive habits. If you want to work out in the morning, setting out your gym clothes the night before removes an extra step and makes it more likely you'll follow through. By making good habits effortless and bad habits inconvenient, you can set yourself up for success without relying solely on willpower. Breaking bad habits isn't just about willpower, it's about understanding and reshaping the habit loop. The first step is identifying the cue that triggers the habit. Is it boredom, a specific location, or a certain time of day? Once you recognize the pattern, you can swap the routine for a healthier alternative, like chewing gum instead of smoking or deep breathing instead of stress eating. Reframing the reward is also crucial. Instead of using junk food for stress relief, try going for a walk to clear your mind. Advanced strategies make this process even more effective. Implementation intentions, such as saying, "If I feel stressed, then I'll meditate for 2 minutes." Create a clear plan for action. Shifting your identity, as James Clear suggests in Atomic Habits, is another powerful tool. Instead of just trying to run more, tell yourself, "I am a runner." When you believe in the new identity, your actions naturally follow. By combining these techniques, you can break free from bad habits and replace them with healthier ones. Our habits aren't just shaped by personal choices, they're heavily influenced by the people and culture around us. Social proof plays a huge role in habit formation. When we see those around us adopting certain behaviors, we naturally tend to follow. This is why having a workout buddy or being part of an office culture that encourages productivity can make good habits easier to maintain. Cultural norms also shape our routines in ways we might not even notice. For example, in some cultures, taking a midday siesta is a common practice that reinforces the habit of rest, while in others, daily tea ceremonies create a ritual of mindfulness. Understanding these influences can help us be more intentional about the habits we adopt and reshape them in ways that align with our goals. Now let's put everything into action with a simple habit audit. Think of one habit you want to change. Maybe it's late-night snacking or endlessly scrolling on your phone. Break it down into 3 parts. What triggers it? Cue. What do you do? Routine. And what do you get out of it? Reward. Once you've identified the pattern, brainstorm a tiny replacement habit that serves the same reward, but in a healthier way. Can you make it easier by changing your environment or pairing it with something you already do? For an extra challenge, try habit stacking for 3 days. Attach your new habit to an existing routine and track your progress. Small steps can lead to big changes. One of the biggest challenges in building habits is overcoming common pitfalls that derail progress. The all-or-nothing mindset makes many people quit too soon. Missing one day doesn't mean failure, so it's important to focus on consistency rather than perfection. Another mistake is setting goals that are too ambitious, leading to burnout. Instead, starting with 2-minute habits, like a single push-up or reading 1 paragraph, makes it easier to build momentum. Lastly, habit plateaus can feel discouraging, but progress isn't always visible. Celebrating small wins, like sticking to a habit for a week or improving slightly over time, keeps motivation high. The key is patience. Small, steady changes create lasting results. Building good habits isn't about making drastic changes overnight. It's about small, consistent steps that add up over time, just like compound interest. Every tiny improvement builds upon the last, leading to powerful transformations. So, here's a challenge. Pick one habit, good or bad, and break it down into its cue, routine, and reward. Once you understand the loop, you can take control and reshape it. Remember, your brain is a habit-making machine, but you decide what it builds. And if you're relying on willpower alone, that's like bringing a spoon to a sword fight. You need smarter strategies.